Hi guys, this video is going to be for my Sun, Moon, Rising Sagittariuses for the month of March. What you guys are currently looking at is the energy you can expect to be feeling walking into the month of March, and then we're going to update these transits as we get to it. Alright, so March 1st, Venus goes retrograde in Aries at 10 degrees. So I'm going to read to you guys what I channel for the collective, and then I'm going to tell you guys how I think this is going to manifest for you guys personally. So, retrogrades, this is going back, this is a redo, it's a review, revisiting something so you can make it better. So the question here is, what do you really want? Think of that one scene from The Notebook. So remember, the infamous scene, what do you want? She's like, I don't know. So I feel like this is what you guys are, I really feel like the whole collective is going to be feeling this way about something specific in their life. Spiritual growth when it comes to your confidence on the topic of romance and knowing what you won't put up with and what you deserve. A change is taking place, or knowing there is a need for an inner change, but this feels like you're going back to something left unfinished. The energy feels like, how do I get to where I want to go? Trying to figure out a plan, but not much action. Out of protection for yourself. And I see a little birdie writing. This feels like journaling and not much action. Okay, so since Mars rules Aries, right? And Venus is in Aries. And Mars, the ruler, is currently in Cancer in the 8th house. It's going to manifest, obviously it depends. It's how it manifests in your life. But one way it could manifest is definitely feeling passionate, meaning like a sexual intimacy, wanting this. Why? Because the 5th house is dating, romance, and with Venus being there, you guys would definitely be magnetic, being, you guys would be seen. Sorry. Mars is in the 8th house. It's a very sexual, magnetic placement. Oh my God, hold on. So I think a lot of you would be talking to people you've hooked up with before in the past because Venus is in retrograde. Or this may be really coming into effect when Mercury goes into retrograde. So when Venus goes in retrograde, maybe you guys are just thinking about people from the past. Bumping into people from the past, bumping into people you've dated. Hold on one second. I think for some of you, this would be manifesting where it's like you guys want to make money in a way that is fun or passionate, or where you're like seen, or where like you have a more leadership type of position, because Aries is entrepreneur energy, boss energy. And right now you guys have your South Node in Virgo in the 10th house. So I think there's something to this, especially since Mercury is the ruler of Virgo and it's in your 4th house, right? Traditionally Cancer rules the 4th house, and right now you have Mars here. So I think there would be some type of you guys would feel driven to achieve something at work, or to try to get a new job. For some of you, this is like working from home. For some of you, this would be manifesting where you're since Venus rules Libra and Lilith is there would be things that you guys consider to be unfair right now, either with groups of friends or on the internet, because 11th house is Aquarius energy, and you guys have Pluto there. Pluto and Aquarius in your 3rd house of communication. So there may be arguments, there may be anger. The birds are confirming it, guys. I'm just kidding. Hold on, I was going to say something else. Oh yeah, so hidden conversations, right? Because the 8th house is involved here, and Mercury's in your 4th house. And again, Cancer is the original ruler of that 4th house. So Mercury's there, conversations, and this is in connection to that Venus going in retrograde. I think also somehow with Venus going in retrograde, I think you guys will be losing the passion, unfortunately. And Chiron in Aries isn't helping. So either it's like you guys may be losing the passion while Venus is in retrograde for like having the drive to take action to get another job, or romance, like the dating scene, may not really do it for you at this time. I would just remind you guys, it's just a phase. It's not, it's temporary. Okay, so let's move on. Is there anything else I want to say to that? Hold on. Going back to the past, losing the passion. Oh, traveling out of the country. I think there would be delays here. I think you guys would be wanting to invest money into traveling because of that Pisces in the 4th house and Mercury being there. Anyway, March 2nd, Mercury in Pisces conjunct Neptune in Pisces at 28 degrees. So conjunct is neighbors, strong energy, intensified energy. It's two energies merging. So you're going to feel both energies at once. So this is traveling far distance places, out of the country, near water, daydreamer, trouble focusing, where did the time go, escapism, conversations about non-tangible things, spirituality, religion, a belief system, or talking about traveling, or planning a trip, or talking to people who don't live close to you, or who speak another language, or who are a different culture. Seeking psychics, astrologers, writing a book, a movie, or journaling, self-reflecting, maybe even watching a movie, talking while escaping, so like drinking. So 28 degrees is a Cancer degree. So this is either the property or mother or home, emotions, feelings. And the fact that it's in Pisces in your 4th house, nonetheless, I just think this is huge daydreamer energy. Where's Mercury for you guys? It rules Virgo, your 10th house, and Mercury rules Gemini, your 7th house. Jupiter's the original ruler of Pisces. I think honestly you guys would, South Node, the past. So you guys would have been reflecting on past relationships during this time, around March 2nd. That's what I think. You would have, conflicts or sex is what you guys would have been thinking about. Probably conflicts or sex. Honestly, it could have been either one. But definitely the past, especially with that Venus in retrograde and the South Node in Virgo. Virgo, to me, I'll always say it's a sexual energy. It may not come off it, but get to know these individuals and you'll know what I'm talking about. Anything else I want to say to that? Mercury, what about Neptune? It's in the 4th house. You guys have Mars. There could have been anger, if not like sexual thoughts. Anger about how things have ended before in past relationships. There could have been anger around selfish individuals you guys have dated before in the past. There could be anger around the mother around this time. Arguments around property. Arguments around money. You could be having mental conflict, honestly, around like loving yourselves and being able to express yourself freely. This may be difficult right now. And it's because the anger with Lilith in the 11th house and Mars in the 8th, it's hard to like put into words or articulate this clearly. Especially with that Mercury conjunct Neptune in Pisces, because things get lost. This is like, can you ever touch the bottom of the ocean? You probably, I don't know, maybe if you can, would you want to? Like, I don't think so. Like what's going on down there? My point is that it gets very deep and lost because it's not here. It's, you're touching into a different realm. So it's very hard for people to connect with this energy with you, so you may feel very alone. I think also how this would be manifesting for you guys is, besides talking about traveling for fun, Since the 12th house traditionally belongs to Pisces, and you guys have Vesta there in Scorpio, and Vesta talks about that inner flame that just can't die. So there's something you guys feel passionate about right now. So Scorpio energy, I think of either money, I think of the truth, I think of intimacy, sex, I think of merging with one's soul. And since Scorpio energy traditionally belongs to the 8th house, you guys have Cancer energy here. Emotions, feelings, the past. And Mars is here, conflict or ambition, go, go, go. So I think you guys may want to... I just think you guys would... I really don't think this would be... It just gives daydreamer energy, honestly. It may be daydreaming about getting the truth, but definitely daydreaming about the past. And I'm just going to leave that there for now. And conversations that you guys would like to have, because Pluto's the ruler of Scorpio, and it's in your 3rd house in Aquarius. So I do think there are things you guys would like to learn regarding the past, maybe in order to understand the future better, because Aquarius energy is very futuristic. This could be about yourselves. Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. It's in your 6th house. So for some of you, again, this is going to be talking about work. So Scorpio energy would be manifesting about money. Daydreaming about money, how you can get the money or the work, the job that you want that feels emotionally fulfilling with that North Node in the 4th house. For some of you, sorry, this just came to me. This is talking about an idea of pregnancy or family, with the 6th house being the body. And Taurus energy talking about the things you guys value. Okay, let's move on. March 2nd, so that same day, we have Sun in Pisces in your 4th house, and it's squaring Jupiter and Gemini in your 7th house. So a square is a tension. It's, well, let's back up. Sorry. Square is tension. It's a block. It's a holdup. More time is required, and this type of energy will make you want to do something about this. It'll make you want to take action, but it's like you're gonna have to keep redoing something in order to get good at it, because it's basically a cock block is how I look at a square. So it's gonna get you so frustrated, you're gonna want to achieve, you're gonna want to conquer and win, and after enough time, like, you'll get better at this energy, but it's a transit, so you're gonna have difficulty here. So I just want to remind you, it's temporary, it's a phase, right? So what I channeled for the collective is feeling super confident, but not really seeing things as they really are. Seeing them the way that makes you feel really good, meaning you may be gaslighting yourself here. And I think as long as you don't lead people on with your words or push people's boundaries by the topics you choose to engage in, potentially a belief system here, then this is fine. But the problem is, will you be able to see this? So the advice here is try to tread lightly. Either, feeling really confident, happy, lucky, optimistic, or the complete and total opposite. Before you go out and potentially gamble on this day, ask yourself the following: what are you risking by doing this, and should you? Having fun is great, but the consequences may not make it worth it. Difficulty having or understanding something clearly. So just to be clear here, I know these transits happened around March 2nd, and I'm a little late to the game, but these transits began around this time frame. Some of them are still ongoing. So feeling blocked or keeping people out, you may want to, in conversation, express the knowledge you feel confident about, and that's fine. Just make sure it's not too preachy. You don't want to go overboard here. Everyone loves a confident person who has everyone's attention, but try to make sure it's on a topic everyone feels comfortable about. Example, religion, spirituality, maybe not so much. Understand other people's boundaries in every literal sense. Try to really pay attention, because if you are feeling really good around this transit, you may not see the no, but no does mean no. I want to say this in the nicest way possible, but if you experience the nice version of this energy, enjoy it, but you may be enjoying the delusion. It gives me Sun square Neptune vibes, which in theory, you may need this energy in order to make big things happen in one's life that seem absolutely delusional to the rest of the world. But at the same time, you really need to be cautious, because you can get in trouble here for not seeing things the way everyone else does. So go you if this ends up being you in a positive way, but try to pay attention if possible. Okay, so for you guys specifically, we pretty much, wow. We pretty much have the 4th house and the 7th house squaring one another, okay? So they're in a conflict. The 4th house is your inner world, your feelings, your emotions, who you are at home and private, okay? And then the 7th house is either committed relationships, business partnerships, or anybody you feel super close to. People that maybe you sign contracts with, or would exchange money with, you'd loan money to, vice versa. So the sun, especially because it's in Pisces, this is an energy where you can literally see through the fog. It just depends what the sun is talking to. So the sun is talking to Jupiter. Jupiter is the original ruler of Pisces. So since the sun and Jupiter are both really loud energies, right? Because the sun technically rules Leo, and this belongs in that 5th house traditionally, and you guys have Leo in the 9th house. I feel like you guys would want to, for some of you, the ones where it's like you wouldn't feel depressed or sad, but feel more optimistic and happy, I feel like you'd want to express knowledge that you feel confident about. Because the sun is your higher self. It is talking about, it's the planetary version of your higher self. So it's happiness, it's the light, it's confidence. And if it's in the 9th house, I think you guys may want to express spirituality or something that is like a higher education, higher wisdom, especially with Jupiter. Jupiter is the original ruler of the 9th house, but it's in your 1st house. It's the ruler of your 1st house. So I think it's something that you'd want to express to people that you feel close to, people that feel like home to you. But you may come off as, I'm just going to be real with you guys, okay? You may come off as too much. And because the sun is in Pisces, this may be about religious things or a belief system. This may be something you guys feel very dogmatic about. So the energy may be very strong here. And then because this may make others feel uncomfortable, they may not say anything, but they may get quiet, or it could cause arguments, miscommunication. And it's like, because of the square with the sun, it's like you're not seeing things clearly, that maybe this is not the right time or the audience. So like you're not really seeing that that what you're saying is not the right thing to say or do. And people may put you guys in your place, honestly. This could have to do with connections, people you guys are dating or in relationships with, serious relationships, especially with Juno being in Sagittarius. This is soulmate energy. So you guys, again, you may have good intentions here, but you guys may go too far with something. And it may be because you feel really good, you know? It's kind of like when children feel really happy and they're like, da 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 da, and they keep doing circles, 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 and you're just like, shut up. This is that. This could manifest like that. Or it could manifest as depression. You want to stay home. You don't want to socialize. I think also for some of you guys that are in serious relationships, you guys may be tempted to to gamble here. Like you may have opportunities here to I'm just making sure. Yeah, I'm gonna say do some hidden activities. Cheat is what I'm trying to say. And it's all because you're acting off of physical, like your physical body. Because Mars is in that 8th house, and Mars is the original ruler of the 1st house, right? But you guys have Sagittarius in the 1st house, and Jupiter rules your 1st house. So it's squaring the sun. So whatever Jupiter touches, it expands upon. And I really am convinced that like the way this manifests with Jupiter and a square, since Jupiter is Zeus energy, I don't think I need to go any further about Zeus. It's like if a square is a holdup, a block, pretty much like, you shall not enter, Zeus is going to be like, oh, okay. And just like tread on in, push through. I don't know. You guys are following, hopefully. So I feel like you guys may just push it, is what I'm trying to say. Like I said before, or depression, I feel like you guys would have difficulty having a believing, right? Sun in Pisces. And then also I just think arguments because Jupiter's in Gemini. I think of a very wordy energy. And it could be because of a belief system. All right. March 4th, Mercury enters Aries in your 5th house. All right. So conversations about yourself. Try to think before you speak because you may regret how you said what you said, not that you said it. Try not to drive too fast. Okay. I don't know if I said this already. A dirty mind, talking way too fast, so slow it down just a little. Not wanting to fight, but you're also not willing to back down. Arguments in your head with yourself, because Mars is arguments and Aries is the self. For those that are on the dating apps, talking to multiple people, go slow due to Venus and Aries being in retrograde and Mars, the ruler of Aries, being in Cancer. Your higher self will be guiding you down a specific path to choose from. This connects to Venus and Aries in retrograde and Mars in Cancer. For some of the collective, I'm seeing something specific about the male regarding this transit. Arguments with the mother or home, knowing something is coming your way. Some of you may be moving during this time. Okay, so for you guys specifically, Mercury in your 5th house, definitely for you guys specifically, dating. I think you guys would be doing well with having private conversations because of Mars being in that 8th house. I think you guys would be having nice, heated, intimate conversations. Again, I think for some of you, you may be talking to people from the past. If this isn't that, then I think you guys are talking or having conversations with friends about traveling. For some of you, this is thoughts about your job, your career, and going back to old ideas. Going back to old ideas about how you want to be seen publicly with that South Node in your 10th house. I'm going to be honest with you guys. The South Node in the 10th house, it's not easy because the 10th house is where we achieve, right? It's our career, it's our legacy, it's how we're seen. However, what the universe is trying to get you guys to learn at this time, with the North Node being in the 4th house, is it's trying to get you in a direction of doing something that feels fulfilling. So it's either like you can literally start a career with family, or you can start a career at home, or you could just start a career that is literally emotionally fulfilling, or you can start a career that you always wanted to, because Pisces energy is the dream. So especially with Saturn being there, you guys may have some difficulty with this, especially with Mars in Cancer. But I can't stand this energy. But yeah. What else? Mercury rules your 7th house. So Jupiter, conversations about serious relationships, thoughts about serious relationships, learning about people, learning about yourself through people that you're deeply connected to or in a serious committed relationship with, or through business partnerships. Let's see what else. You guys may be trying to reconnect with people from the past. And for some of you, this may, believe it or not, I know it's the 5th house, but this may be connected to family. So if you guys were not talking to family for a little bit there, the reason I'm saying that is because Mars is the ruler of Aries and Mercury is in Aries right now. And anytime I channel this, I'm seeing a phone. I feel like also the type of people you guys would be attracting into your life right now would be very direct and straightforward. I would just say for you guys, like, I know you guys are fire signs too, but like, because you have Venus here in the 5th house and you're about to have the sun and then Neptune, try not to be so overwhelmed by this energy, because I feel like you guys attract Aries energy in general. But I feel like Mercury and Aries energy is just, it's so direct and straight to the point because it doesn't want to waste anybody's time. So I was saying this in another video. I don't remember which zodiac sign it was, but I did something recently and I instantly got up from my chair after a conversation, after somebody basically said no. And I was looking for like a compromise because I was looking to negotiate something because it was a business deal. And they weren't willing to negotiate, and that's fine. They didn't have to. You don't have to negotiate anything you own. But if you don't want to, then it's my prerogative to walk away. So instantly I got up, and it wasn't like a sales tactic of mine to do that. It's just that I literally didn't want to waste this person's time. I didn't want to waste my time. The second I did this, the guy was like, whoa, 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 sit down, sit down, sit down. As if like something was wrong. And I was literally calm, cool, collected. I was like, okay, I'm fine. I'm like, but are you negotiable? He's like, I already have it at the best price. And I go, I don't find that to be true, you know? So, and I understand that you feel that it is. So if you're not negotiable, that's fine, you know, but then I'm gonna go. This is exactly how I was talking. And so my point to telling you guys this is that I feel like most people don't get straight up, straightforward honesty, and then they misunderstand this energy. So I would say like, try to just like, I don't know. I wouldn't like be, I feel like people say they want honesty, but then they don't. People want others to like sprinkle it with sugar coating, and I don't know. I feel like it's very rare. So I think if you guys are finding people that are going to be honest and straight up with you, it's something worth like, I don't know, and not being so overwhelmed by the honesty. Because a lot of people, I think, are so overwhelmed by it or the approach that they then can't listen to the words. So that's just something to keep in mind, because I feel like you guys are more grounded in that way, or you can be, I should say. You can be. So yeah. So I feel like what Mercury in Aries is teaching you guys ultimately, because Mercury rules Gemini, right? And you guys have Jupiter currently in Gemini in your 7th house of partnerships, relationships. I feel like this energy is teaching you guys how to express feelings. That's what I think. But there's conflict here at this time with that Mars in the 8th house. And then if you guys have conflict expressing this in romance, it may create conflict, okay? And you guys may experience this with that Lilith in Libra in relationships, like anger around relationships or friendships, things online, and how it connects to romance or dating, because you guys may have difficulty being open or honest. So therefore it's like it attracts Mars in 8th house type of people. So it's like with Pluto and Aquarius, because Pluto is the original ruler of Scorpio, you guys are being asked to transform the way you guys speak and think. With Taurus ruling the throat chakra, Uranus being here, it's like speak from a place, like what do you guys value, and then speak from that. There's something with that. All right, let's move on. March 5th, Mercury in Aries in your 5th house sextiles Pluto in Aquarius in your 3rd house. So again, sextiles are the potential. These are blessings, manifesting. So if you put work into this, you can make something happen here. But only if you take action. If you do nothing, this is just an energy that will sit. So potentially this could be transformative conversations, conversations where you're giving advice to your friends or clients, changing the way you speak, putting efforts into friendships or putting effort into humanitarian things, transforming your own mind or learning how to do this on the internet for yourself, or just learning something new, possibly related to some type of activity, related to water and technology. Learning how to become powerful on social media in order to increase your money. Conversations about sex or just passionate conversations. Traveling, becoming a powerful speaker, leader. Okay, so for you guys specifically, Mercury in Aries in your 5th house, sextiling Pluto and Aquarius in your 3rd, how this could potentially manifest for you guys. Having transformative conversations with people you guys are dating, people you guys are interested in, having transformative conversations with, oh wait, hold on. Finding out the truth is also what I'm getting. People you guys have been fighting with, you guys could have conversations where you guys make up. Sorry, there's some words like I have difficulty saying right now. For some of you, I'm seeing something about negotiating, so I feel like this is talking about work, despite the 5th house being involved. Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. It's in your 6th house, a daily regimen, work. So Mercury rules that 10th house, Virgo. So I feel like you guys would have been trying to heal something with your, like through conversations, either with relationships or something work related is what I'm getting, to fix something. Anything else I want to say? All right, we'll leave that there. Okay, so March 8th, Sun in Pisces in your 4th house will be trining Mars in Cancer in that 8th house. So a trine is an energy that comes naturally to you, that sometimes you don't even notice it because it comes so easily. Blessings, natural talents, gifts. Sometimes this causes laziness, or this can be something literally being given to you. A gift. So the energy I was channeling here for the collective is motivated to take action, confidence, feeling like you may be blocked from achieving something, but it doesn't stop you. Conflicts may come easily, but the energy is try again. Never give up on things. Never give up if things don't go as planned. Having faith as well as in yourself. Being able to see through people's words. Okay, so for you guys specifically, so we have the 4th and the 8th house talking to each other in a very nice way. And it's the Sun and Mars. So the Sun rules Leo, and Mars rules Aries. So it's the 5th house traditionally, and the 1st house. So self-expression, but this would be acting on, like if you're feeling good, I feel like this is a feel-good day based on a belief system. So like, for those of you that do have a belief system, it's like feeling like very positive on this day and feeling like you are going towards, like in the right direction is what I want to say. Like you're being guided. If Mars is talking about action and movement, and the Sun is talking about light, and Pisces energy is talking about the things that you can't see, what are you doing? Sorry. Cancer energy is talking about, your feelings, your emotions, the past, the mother, property. So for those of you where it wasn't taking action on this day, then I feel like maybe things with the mother, where if any of you guys are having issues with the mother or the home in some type of way, energy around this time would have felt better, is what I want to say. Oceana wants to come. Okay. She's going to change her mind. Say hi. Say hi. Okay, March 11th, Mercury in Aries in your 5th house, conjunct Venus in Aries in retrograde at 8 degrees. Okay, 8 degrees, that's a Scorpio degree. So I think of money, secrets, manipulation, something coming out, like a secret coming out, something like that. Or it could be detective energy, or like, I want the truth, you know? All right, so conjunct, neighbors, strong energy, intensified energy, two energies merging. You're going to feel both energies at once. So this is Mercury, your thoughts, communication, and it's Venus, love, abundance, money, feeling comfy. So these two are together and they're in Aries. So Aries is all about action, motivation, conflicts, arguments, your physical body. So the energy here is talking dirty, talk money, talk real or nothing at all. Because again, we have this 8 degrees in the mix. Love, money, self-worth, or being an entrepreneur on the mind, or actual conversations about these topics. These would be old topics that are coming back up. People will want in on your energy, meaning they'll want to talk to you, and for some, they may want to sleep with you. Sexual thoughts, a reinvention, revisiting old ideas on your physical appearance, and potentially wanting to switch it up. This may have to do with your clothes, hair, makeup, or style. You may feel loner energy and may not feel the same way about everyone else. Wait, what? You may not feel the same about everyone else. Okay, whatever. Your mind will be transforming for the better, meaning if you believe you know everything already, you'll be realizing there's more to learn. People from the past wanting to talk. Okay, so for you guys personally, with this conjunction, I think for some of you, this is definitely going to be talking about investing money into things that are for fun. So since Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo, this is your 10th house and your 7th house. got Jupiter there in the South Node. Jupiter. So yeah, I think you guys would be traveling with friends at this time. For some of you, this may be traveling with people you're dating that feel like friends. For some of you, you may be traveling for work. But I just feel like you're investing money into traveling. Surprise, surprise. What else? This could be a redo when it comes to, again, something being on your mind when it comes to work and the career and the job and wanting a new job. Having conflicts with money right now with Mars in that 8th house in Cancer. With the North Node in the 4th house and Mars in the 8th, I feel like you guys are motivated at this time to take action. It just may be a little bit debilitated. Like you may, it just depends like how you're feeling, honestly. Like you want a change, but how are you feeling today? Maybe we'll do it on Monday. I don't know. I feel like that's how these transits are coming across. Anything else? Venus in Libra. I mean, Venus rules Libra. Venus rules Taurus, your 6th house. Hold on. And then for others, I feel like this is, I don't know why I'm getting a lazy energy. I think that Venus in retrograde is creating something like that. Less motivation again. I don't know why I'm seeing a Band-Aid, so it makes me think of healing something. So maybe Chiron's at play. Because maybe things are not going well right now. While Lilith is in Libra and South Node's in Virgo. Mars is in Cancer. I mean, yeah, makes sense. All right, let's move on. March 12th, Sun in Pisces in the 4th house, conjunct Saturn in Pisces in the 4th house. 22 degrees. Okay, 22 degrees. It's a Capricorn degree. So being responsible, taking yourself seriously, doing what needs to be done, discipline, being seen for work, being seen for creativity, being connected to your higher self, being able to connect to the divine, your angels, your spirit guides on this day, meaning being able to see things very clearly as they are. If this doesn't end up resonating, I would say pay attention to your intuition or pay attention to your dreams. Okay, so Sun and Saturn in your 4th house, 22 degrees. So for those of you that haven't been feeling motivated or have been procrastinating, I feel like this type of aspect is basically saying you're going to have enough energy to do the work that you need to do. You're going to feel motivated to put in some type of energy towards whatever it is you guys got going on in your life. Let's see. The Sun rules the 5th house, traditionally got Mercury, Venus, Chiron. So for some of you, this may be working, like maybe putting in extra work for those of you that want out of your current job. Like putting in extra efforts. For those of you that have a side hustle, this would be that. For those of you that have been, let me see something really quick actually. Yeah, for those of you that have been having a hard time, I want to say, believing in yourself. I feel like this would be the time where you would have more confidence, believe it or not. I know Saturn is a cock blocker, but because it's talking to the sun in a positive way, I feel like this would be good for you guys. What else do I want to say? And because they're both in Pisces, you'd be able to see very clearly. Anything else? I see this as taking money very seriously as well. Anything else I want to add to that? I don't think so. Where's Capricorn for you guys? Your second house, okay? Saturn's in your fourth. Mars, action, yeah. Okay. March 14th, we have a lunar eclipse full moon in Virgo and 23 degrees in your 10th house. Okay. So full moons, so just to be clear, I always say this, I do not believe that full moons are always illuminating something in our lives. I think it depends on what's going on in your natal chart. I think there are a lot of people that feel that full moon energy heavily, okay? And then I think for some other people, they're not as affected by full moons. But with a lunar eclipse or a solar eclipse, hell yeah, I think you're feeling it on some type of level. It just may not be as profound. It really, again, depends what's going on in your personal chart. So anyway, a full moon said to bring a powerful energy that can be a time for letting go, starting fresh, and manifesting intentions because our desires become clear. Lunar eclipse, powerful times for emotional cleansing, renewal, and setting intentions. Where was I? Oh, time to embrace the natural cycles of transformation and changes. All right, so what can you guys expect? For some of you, how you take care of your body. Health is being illuminated, or your daily regimen, or maybe how you go about healing. For some of you, feeling something intuitive about your body. For some of you, hookups. Whatever you do, make sure this is what you guys want, or do you want more? For me personally, Virgo energy does not always equal squeaky clean energy, but it can mean a freak in the sheets type of energy. So I think a lot of people will feel their body talking to them in that sense, meaning sexual energy. And I'll just leave that there. On the other side of the spectrum, Virgo energy can be very healing when it comes to church or any type of belief system you may have. So something like this may be connected to what you experience. Work, what needs to be fixed in order to make work for you. You may realize you need to take better care of your physical appearance to incorporate better self-care, self-love practices. And I'm surprised I didn't write this. The gym, a physical workout. Or did I say that? Oh, I did say that. Sorry. Anyway. All right. So anything else? No. All right. So how do I think this would manifest for you guys? So in the 10th house for you guys, the full moon with the lunar eclipse, 23 degrees. 23 degrees is Aquarius energy. So Uranus rules Aquarius. So I'm going to look at a few different places for you guys. First place is the 10th house, of course, because this is where it is. I think something would be illuminated for sure regarding how you guys feel about your career or how you guys appear publicly. I feel like because Mercury rules Virgo, I want to go here, and it's in your 5th house in Aries. How do your emotions drive you guys? Okay, because Mars is energy that drives us to do, to go, to take action. And if we're not feeling good, then we won't take action. And when it connects to Virgo, this can create mental conflict. And when Uranus is involved, 23 degrees, that's why I'm going with Uranus energy, this can create like sudden mental disruptions. Kylo. Mental disruption. So, something could have happened where you guys took action based off of how you were feeling, and you did something, maybe you regretted it. 23 degrees, I'm going to look at your 11th house, Lilith and Libra, due to some anger, especially with Mercury, Venus conjunct in Aries, and Venus is in retrograde. You guys also could have spent too much money with Uranus in that 6th house in Taurus. So because the 10th house is a very public house, and Saturn traditionally rules that 10th house, and it's in your 4th house, okay, which traditionally is ruled by Cancer. So your emotions, your feelings, and right now Mars is in Cancer in the 8th house. You could have done something either out of anger, out of conflict. And again, because there's something, some type of issue with being able to express feelings clearly. So something could have been illuminated here for you guys. Anything else? I think for a lot of you, this would have been more so talking about your career, okay? Because Capricorn's in your second house, your wallet, the things you guys value, the things you guys own. And then Uranus is in your sixth house, work, all right? In Taurus. So something about, you could have had some type of sudden revelation about work and why it's not working for you, with that South Node being in Virgo. What else? Also, again, your health for sure. This is coming through, like how stress affects you, or like acting on sudden impulse with your throat chakra. Because Saturn rules Capricorn, right? This is what you guys value. You guys value practicality, rational energy, things that make sense. But it's currently in your fourth house in Pisces, your emotions. So this probably feels out of whack for you guys, especially with Mars in the eighth house in Cancer and Uranus in Taurus. So you could have realized how this made you physically feel or mentally feel. Anything else? Anything else? And then, yeah, for some of you, I think this could have been hooking up with somebody randomly from the past. Oh my God. God. Okay. March 14th, Sun in Pisces. So the same day, Sun in Pisces in the fourth house, sextiling Uranus and Taurus in the sixth. All right. The feeling of a loud, random surprise due to your genius idea, connected to spirit, intuition, the divine, that you can take action, which will help you make more money, having faith in friendships again, vibing with friends at home or their home or in a comfy, safe space. I'm picking up on having faith in yourself, your self-expression, being confident in the things you talk about and with who you are talking to, having faith and confidence in your wallet, your money situation because of an idea you have, being seen for your genius, different, innovative ideas online. All right. So again, it's a sextile. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. It's talking about the potential, right? So, so this is your fourth house and your sixth house talking to each other. So, let's see. I'm getting something about trying to make something better at home, like your daily regimen. I feel like just trying to keep up with the things that you're supposed to be keeping up with. That's what I'm seeing, at least. And then for some of you, I'm getting something about, like for those of you that are married or live with another person, or maybe if you guys are dating, then it's like acting like you live together, like doing the whole housewife energy, you know, like when you sleep over for a few days type of thing. I don't know. I'm getting something here. All right, let's move on. March 15th, Mercury in Aries goes retrograde in Aries. I said that. Mercury in Aries goes retrograde in 9 degrees in the 5th house. Okay, so a retrograde is a review, a redo, going back to an old idea. So your mind is going to go back to old ideas, old conversations, revisiting old ideas that aren't the best, or you may be hearing from people you know
you shouldn't be speaking to, or who you know aren't good for you. You may feel like you have two paths to choose from and you don't know which one to go down. So let me see something. So Mercury rules Virgo again in that 10th house. I definitely think it's connected to whatever was illuminated for you around that full moon in 23 degrees. Something could have been illuminated online, actually, now that I think of it with that. Or maybe did I already say that? I don't remember. Sorry. That made you guys angry. Anyway, Mercury retrograde. Mercury rules Gemini, 7th house. So now Mercury and Venus are both retrograde. Now I feel like people from the past may be coming back. I think you guys may be talking to people from the past. You may be thinking of people from the past. Or now you guys may be talking to actual family members from the past, okay? I think you may have been thinking of it before, but now you may actually be doing it. For some of you, you may be traveling to places you've already been. All right, March 19th, Sun in Pisces in your 4th house is conjunct Neptune in Pisces in your 4th house in 29 degrees. So 29 degrees, this is a big one. 29 degrees always gives me Leo energy, but it's like, it's the energy that's, it wants to embody Leo energy, but it's going into Virgo energy. But with Leo energy, it's the sun, it's seen, it's, people are going up to the sun, want to be a part of the sun's energy, it's charismatic, it's happiness. But when it's going into Virgo energy, it's like, this is just completely different energy. It is not the same. It is, I'll take 2 Cokes, you know, like chop, chop. So it's very difficult for 29 degree people because their soul is, they're on a karmic, their soul is trying to teach them a very karmic lesson, but they don't remember. So they are used to this me energy, but people are treating them as, let's go. So yeah. So anyway, so Sun conjunct Neptune, spiritual, religious beliefs, confidence through manifesting or a belief system. North Node in Pisces energy, going after something that feels fated, destined. Confidence in yourself and how you dress and look. Hollywood vibes. Having faith. Intuitively having an inner knowing that guide doesn't know how to use the... Sorry. Intuitively having an inner knowing what your body needs or lacks in. Something about herbal tea. Okay, so with the 29 degree aspect, I feel like you guys, where is this happening in your 4th house? So 29 degrees is also extremely intuitive. I think you guys are going to be able to see what cannot be seen. I think you guys are truly going to be tapping into something here. This gives me that energy of where you guys may come off as crazy to other people, but you're not. You're aware of something. You know how people are, they come off as delusional to others, but then it's those people who actually make something of themselves. This is that for sure. So I think you guys should be honoring your feelings around this time frame. So if you have confidence in yourself to achieve something, but you don't know how you're going to get there, just go with that. Believe it. So yeah, with Mars being in Cancer, I think you guys are going to have to work for it, because that's Mars rules Aries, right? So in order for Aries energy to manifest anything in their life, they have to take action. It's not just going to be given to them. So I feel like that's the same thing with 29 degree energy. It's like you're going to have to make a move here. and it's going to be an uncomfortable move. So I think you guys will be able to feel this energy of feeling very driven in that fourth house. So internally, I think you're going to be in touch with something. Can't wait to fucking move. Anyway, let's just move on. Oh wait, would this be moving for you guys actually? Sun conjunct Neptune? Sun rules at ninth house? Nah. No. March 19th, Juno goes retrograde in Sagittarius. Okay. So, again, a retrograde is a redo, a review. Juno is soulmate energy, but since it's in retrograde, it's going to be slowing down, meaning not so much fun, because Sagittarius energy is fun. It's freedom oriented, right? So you may have your doubts if something so freeing is really so free without a cost. I see for those that are single and dating or talking to several people at once during this time, you'll begin to think of someone specific from the past, hence not really feeling so free. For those that are just looking to mingle and have fun, I see this slowing down during this time, meaning the collective will be looking for something more serious again. When I ask the question, so what is the collective looking for? I'm seeing the number 2, which makes me think most people during this time want something serious or nothing at all. Excuse me, sorry. So for you guys, since Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius, this is you guys, literally, the first house. It's in Gemini, in your 7th house of committed relationships. I think there's going to be a slowdown as to what it is that you guys want. I think a lot of you would be just focusing more so on a belief system, religion, trying to find the passion again. I don't know why I keep getting a church, or if it's not a church, then I think it's manifestation practices. I think this is because Mars is the original ruler of that first house. But you guys have Sagittarius here, right? But still, Mars is in the 8th house in Cancer. So your internal world, also the things that are going on behind your back. But where does Cancer traditionally belong? It's that 4th house. And you guys have Pisces. So this can be literally, God, or, whatever you guys believe in. And you guys have, oh, no, we're good right now. You guys have the sun here, Saturn, Neptune, the North Node. So it may make you, if you guys are in relationships right now, question your relationships, or you guys may be looking to a belief system to help you. You may be praying, trying to manifest the right relationship, things like that. Because I think you're going to be disappointed right now for those of you that are out there in the dating world. I'm sure everybody's story is different, but for those of you that aren't already in a relationship and you're still out there actively looking, with that Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde in the 5th house, I think you're going to lose the passion for whoever it was you guys were talking to or interested in. And looking at this some more too, Juno in the 1st house gives me Juno and Aries vibes. So for those of you that aren't dating, or just not interested, or let's say it's you are out there dating but you're just not interested in these people, it's you would be your own soulmate type of energy right now. This gives me leadership vibes. Trying to be free, but because it's in retrograde, it's you're not really happy with being free, because it's you guys want to find somebody, for those of you that are looking, but you're not finding the right one. And then for some reason, this is bothersome. Not for some reason. Obviously, it makes sense, right? And then I think for others, this is also manifesting where it's like, you also may not want to spend money is what I'm getting on dates, or because somehow it's connected is what I was channeling. So Jupiter rules Sagittarius, and then Jupiter's currently in Gemini. Mercury rules Gemini. Mercury's in Aries, and it's in a retrograde with Venus retrograde. So for some of you, finances may not be the greatest right now. So you may be thinking of this along with dating and maybe like, not interested. Or it's like you can't really show up presently 100%. At least this is just my thoughts. I know not everybody agrees with this. If like you aren't doing well financially, I don't know. I don't feel like I can, so. But I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that disagree. But I feel like I'm channeling that for some of you too. All right, let's move on. March 20th, Sun enters Aries in your 5th house. Okay. Independence, intuitive, I will type of energy. Reflection, facing yourself. Are you who you say you are? Prove it, show me energy. A pause with self-expression due to Mars, the ruler of Aries, being in Cancer. This energy almost feels like, can they handle me if I'm really me? This is not your typical Sun in Aries energy. Intuitively knowing the path you have to choose in front of you, but feeling a little lack in confidence. Knowing your heart, what? Following your heart. Doing the work needed. Okay, so Sun rules Leo, and you guys have this in the 9th house. Jupiter is the traditional ruler of the 9th house. You guys have this in Gemini, 7th house, committed partnerships. So number one, the first thing I want to say is with the Sun being in your 5th house, wherever the Sun is, you guys are going to be seen. So this is either going to manifest, I want to say, with Mars, the ruler of Aries in the 8th house. Oh, the retrogrades, I think you guys would be very, for those of you that are out there dating, this gives me like very magnetic energy still, despite the retrogrades, yes. You guys just may not be pleased with the outcome, heads up. Because it's like the people you're attracting with Mars and Cancer in the 8th house, it's either people from your past and they may not be over things. Meaning like, it's just, hold on. Okay, hold on, I'm channeling this. And I'm getting, for some of you, this is talking about conversations with people about having children. So for those of you that are in relationships, this is definitely talking about having children. And then for others, this is definitely talking about like childlike expression, having fun. Okay. What else? Yeah, I'm just getting an independent energy. I'm not really getting like an energy that wants to be in a relationship. I feel like with that Mars in the 8th house, how this is going to manifest with that Sun in the 5th, it's kind of going to amplify it. Especially with that Jupiter in the 7th. It's not going to be, I think for some of you, wanting to get to know another on a deeper, intimate level. No, I don't think so. March 21st, Vesta goes retrograde in Scorpio in your 12th house. All right, so Vesta going retrograde. Again, it's a redo, a review. And Vesta is that inner flame within us that doesn't want to die. But it's in retrograde, so I feel like it's going to want to die. So when Vesta was in Scorpio, I feel like this would be wanting intimacy, wanting the truth, wanting to merge, things of that nature. But now I think wanting intimate bonds is going to feel a little tiring and draining, especially for you guys with that 12th house. Pisces traditionally rules that 12th house. You guys have it in your 4th house. And in your 4th house, you got Cancer, Mars. Yeah, there would be too much conflict around I feel like random words, like things you randomly hear. I'm going with Uranus and Taurus. Why? Because Pluto and Aquarius. Because Vesta and retrograde in Scorpio. I'm going to look at Pluto because Pluto is the original. Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio, and it's in your 3rd house of communication in Aquarius. So I feel like you guys aren't going to want to. I don't feel like you guys are really going to want to either learn about other people or like talk to other people as much, especially since Mercury rules the 3rd house traditionally, and you guys have this in retrograde in the 5th house. If the 5th house is a very passionate house, in retrograde it's like you're just like because Mars is the ruler of Aries, and it's in a water sign right now. It's debilitated, and it's in the 8th house nonetheless. I don't think you guys are gonna have the energy. You're not gonna have the energy. But what you guys are gonna be doing is you're gonna be going off your intuition. And I know this is like what you guys always do, right? But you're gonna be going off your intuition, off of what people say with Pluto in the 3rd house, like their words, since Pluto is intuitive. That's what I think. I think you're also going to be picking up on energy vampires, and then for others, people that want you guys back. All right, so that same day, March 21st, Venus in Aries in retrograde is going to sextile Pluto in Aquarius in the 3rd. Wait, did I forget anything else? I'm sorry. Mars is in the 8th. No, I already said that. Okay. So Venus in Aries in retrograde in the 5th house will be sextiling Pluto. Oh, Venus and Pluto. Okay. So it's sextile. It's the potential, not necessarily going to happen. Having sex. What are you passionate about when it comes to finding out the truth? And what are you spending money on in order to get it? Is it Scorpio season? Oh, wait. Nope. It's Aries. Ba-dum-bum. So this may look like psychic readings, and for some of you this will be about investing money into other things in order to get your freedom. Let's see, putting in the work when it comes to your power. What the hell? Putting yourself out there on the dating apps, or putting yourself out there on the internet, social media, or trying to make something happen for yourself. For some of you, investing money into these things to either make money back or to see some type of return. Example, dating apps, you can pay more to send a rose. And I was saying this before, but I'm pretty positive the probability of those guys getting more dates has been proven where they do. Now, is it successful? Maybe not. But it's just like, I don't know if it's the same selection, like a rose versus being on the app where you can see, where you can pay to be visible on those apps. Like, of course you're getting more dates. Of course you are. At least I believe so. Sorry. But anyway, so this would be that. You would be investing money into something like this. This is one way it could manifest. Putting in the work and passion to increase your wallet money. Transforming the way you see things about the past in order to manifest better things into your life. Taking your power back, meaning you no longer care about the situation the way you once did. So to me, this is talking about having the chance to develop self-love. So if you guys hate yourselves, I don't know how else to put it, sorry. Like this has the possibility to transform your mind for the better. Or if you feel like you, I don't know, have negative self-talk, or you're negative in the way that you speak, or you could speak a more positive way. What else? Learning to speak in a way that is more compassionate, having empathy. And if you're not speaking, then I would say, because the third house is your mind or speaking, then I'm going to say these are your thoughts, having compassion. Or this could be something to do with the family as well, transforming the way you look at your family. The reason I'm even going with family is because, again, Mars is in Cancer. Cancer is family, the mother. And Mars is the ruler of Aries. And Venus is involved right now, right, with this transit. And Venus is in Aries. So, yeah, I'll just leave that there. All right, so March 22nd, Sun in Aries will be conjunct Venus in Aries in retrograde in 2 degrees in that 5th house. All right, 2 degrees. I like 2 degrees. That's a very powerful number. Powerful degree. Let's just continue reading, sorry. Let's see. Being smart and confident about love, money, and yourself. Being socially polite. Sex or feeling really passionate, creative about something. Funny, happy energy. Having more than one option for those that are dating. Despite the Venus and Mercury in Aries being in retrograde and Mars being in Cancer. I just don't see any of these options as being super worth it, but obviously everybody's stories are different. Bold and confident energy, but a little indifferent. I'm getting Aquarius vibes, and you guys being okay for standing out. Transformation happening. I'm getting royalty vibes, big confidence, how you see yourself, Leo energy. Okay, so Sun conjunct Venus. Think of, I want to put it this way, Libra energy and Leo energy. Both are very visible, present. I know Venus also rules Taurus, and I'm going to get to that in a second, but I just want you guys to visualize it. So both are very beautiful, charismatic. Libra energy is harmonious. So when you have Venus talking to the sun, it's like a light is being big time, like there's just a light that is shining on this Venus type of energy, Venusian energy. So it's in 2 degrees. So I think you guys may be, for those of you that are trying to get a job, okay, I think you have a good chance of getting it around this time frame because of the 2 degrees. Even though Venus is in retrograde, Mercury's in retrograde, I would never allow astrology to stop me at the end of the day from doing things. It's just, I wouldn't. If you could hold off and wait for Mercury to go direct, amazing. If not, just do it. Just do it. It's in your 5th house. So I feel like you guys are going to be recognized or seen for something, whether it's dating or for the knowledge you have, or you guys could be, let's see. So yeah, as I was saying, so 2 degrees is a very powerful degree. You guys could have an opportunity to make more money around this time frame. So especially with that Venus being involved with the sun, being noticed, being, recognized for something, gives me royalty vibes, Leo vibes is what I'm trying to say. Is there anything else I want to say to that? You guys may be overdoing it though, because the Mars in the 8th house, something with your crown chakra. Like, I'm just seeing this, like, oh my God. He's got nowhere to go. He's got nowhere to go. Sorry. Anyway, let's just move on. March 23rd, Sun in Aries in that 5th house will be sextiling Pluto and Aquarius in the 3rd. So again, sextile is the potential. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. It depends on you guys and doing something. Transforming your shadow to get to your light. Transforming your confidence. Transforming your body, your look. Signing up for an exercise class online. Maybe with a friend. Having a choice to make regarding self-expression or creativity or how you communicate your feelings. Some type of message, and for some of you, this is content creating. Okay, so let's go back to this. So Sun and Pluto. So basically, if the Sun is the light and it's shining a big old light on Pluto, and if Pluto is supposed to be like this planet that is dark, right? Basically, we're going to be able to see our own shadow, and we're going to have the opportunity to work on these things. And you know, as we get older, it gets harder to change. So this is why it's a sextile. It's like we have an opportunity here to see something about ourselves that we don't like and we can work on. So the Sun being in your 5th house, Pluto being in your 3rd, the way you guys express yourselves. That's what I'm getting. Self-expression. Your thoughts, your communication, and how you go about this. And your beliefs, things you guys are dogmatic about. Because the Sun rules your 9th house in Leo. And Jupiter traditionally rules the 9th house for you guys. But it's in your 7th house of partnerships, relationships, in Gemini right now. Anything else? So when I channel it, there's something about transforming your mind on people who are very, what's the word? Self-expressive? Yeah, that's a word. Because with the Sun in the 5th house, this is it's Leo vibes, okay? So this is obviously you guys as well during this transit, but at the same time, this is people you guys, by law of attraction, will be attracting into your lives around this time. And if Mars is in the 8th house, you guys may have a conflict about how people choose to express themselves. They're Leo-esque type of energy. So I feel like around this time frame, you guys will have this opportunity to change the way you guys, your thoughts on people who choose to put themselves out there. You know, I honestly, like you guys, I'll always say this, you guys are like one of my favorite zodiac signs, but at the same time, you guys are like low-key judgy, like you guys are. And I think, there's something, I don't think it's going to manifest this way for all of you. And I think some of you are chiller than others about people who are very loud or expressive. But like, you guys do have a thing about like people who are very loud or, I don't know, I just feel like you guys have the wrong idea of them, and then you guys kind of low-key judge them. You guys kind of make them seem like they're selfish energy. But I think at the end of the day, it's like there's something that you guys are being asked here from Spirit, the universe, whatever it is you guys believe in, to look in about yourselves that maybe you actually shame yourself for. So low-key, it's like you're not like, oh my God. Do you guys hear him? Click, 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 click. He goes nowhere. He goes absolutely nowhere. Can't. Anyway, so yeah, I feel like there's something about people who are very, I feel like you guys honestly, like, judge people who are very not outspoken, because I know like you guys have this, right, and your fire energy at the end of the day, but you guys make things sometimes something they're not. Like you think people are very self-centered because if they make posts, or like, I don't know, like you guys do this thing where it's like you make fun secretly, and it's like, why? Is that something you guys would like to do? And you guys may be like, nope, definitely not. But then I don't know, I see you guys sometimes, you do some questionable fucking things, and I'm like, how are you guys gonna judge me? I don't know. And that's what I think is going on here, because it's your third and your fifth. So it's literally Aquarius energy asking you to think outside the box. And with Aries energy, this is like self-expression, childlike energy. Be independent. Do what you want. Who the fuck cares? I don't think there's anything else to add to that. What else? Okay, March 24th, Sun in Aries in your 5th house, conjunct Mercury in Aries in your 5th house in retrograde. Okay, so the Sun and Mercury are talking to each other. All right, so intelligent, learning about yourself, going back to an old idea or going back to an old conversation. You may be traveling to a place you have already been, or you are talking about traveling. Confidence, funny, motivational. All eyes on me. Creativity, entertainment, passion, intuition, and for some, I'm getting telepathic. Let's give them something to talk about. Being seen online, recognized, acknowledged, talking about yourself, positive energy. Okay, so how's this going to manifest for you guys? Again, definitely being seen when it comes to dating, talking to other people. Why? Because Mercury is your thoughts, communication. I think you guys would do very well here while Mercury is in the 5th house, even if it's in retrograde. Why? Because you guys have Pluto in that 3rd house right now in Aquarius. Aquarius energy is the internet, the collective, humanity, people. Pluto, leadership. Since you guys have Scorpio in that 12th, these could be hidden conversations. Mars in the 8th house in Cancer. There could be some type of, you guys may not be over something. There could be, you guys may not be over an ex or the past. What is this again? The Sun. You guys could be arguing with an ex at this time. Sun in Aries, this is being seen. Mercury in the 10th house, the south node. Jupiter, and let's see something. Okay, I'm actually getting good vibes, which I like with the Sun and Mercury. I'm seeing like happy, optimistic, funny type of energy. And I feel like it's the Sun that's helping you guys. So it's good. So for some of you, I feel like it's going to manifest that way. Okay, so March 25th, Lilith enters Scorpio in your 12th house. So Lilith is not just like this bad energy. I feel like everybody always makes this out to be. So yeah, it's your hidden desires to claim your power, rebellious nature, your deepest sexual nature, which may seem taboo to others. But it's like once you figure out this Lilith type of energy, you can use this to like as your power. And I don't mean like in a bad way, like to your advantage, like to manipulate. No. So yeah, anyway. All right, so Lilith entering Scorpio, how's this going to manifest? So magnetic energy, which then draws people to you. Charismatic, may use this to bring people towards you. For some, this may be a form of manipulation. Men may feel a little intimidated by women during this time. I see them having difficulty approaching women physically in person.
intuitive as fuck, feeling and looking sexy. Who? Me, sexy voice energy. It's giving Jessica Rabbit vibes. The fallen angel. Revenge is a dish best served cold. Num 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 num. It's giving me, I can't come to the phone right now because I'm not available, but I'm most certainly available. I'm just not going to answer, and I want you to know, because karma's a bitch, but so were you. Red settings left on because I want you to know. So, for you guys specifically, I mean, no matter what, Lilith in Scorpio is magnetic. End of story. But it's in your 12th house, so it's going to make it extra magnetic. I feel like anytime Lilith is in a water placement, like meaning the 8th, 12th, or 4th, it like amplifies it no matter what. So now here's the doozy part here. You guys got to be careful that you're not somebody's secret, because there could be anger around intimacy, like meaning like you sleep with somebody and you didn't realize that, I don't know, that they just looked at you as sex, or they just looked at you as somebody to keep on the side, because they're in a relationship, because Scorpio energy can be looked at as something hidden. So if you look at your 8th house, right, if Scorpio traditionally rules that 8th house, you guys got Mars there, and it's in Cancer. So you guys could be attracting men that have current conflicts at home, or just like emotional conflicts with the past, things of that nature. This could manifest as you guys as well. So because this could be you guys as well, you guys could be acting unconsciously. Because it's 12th house. 12th house is energy that we have difficulty seeing about ourselves. This is that energy where it's like the therapist gets out from us, like helps us get this out within us, because it's like we're speaking things, they're asking us questions. So yeah, and it's on the same axis as Taurus. So Uranus, you may randomly get angry. For you guys, this may manifest with money or work, a regimen, or literally your body. You may get angry because of things that happen due to sexual, like being sexually intimate with people, and then things pop up. Uranus, a sudden surprise. And I'm not talking about a good surprise, especially with that South Node in Virgo and Mars in the 8th house. And Neptune's about to be in Aries in your 5th. I would say just be careful, especially if you guys are looking for committed relationships. Like, make sure you are dating intentionally. And I know sometimes it doesn't even matter, right? You got to trust your intuition here, because Lilith in the 12th is a very intuitive energy. March 25th. Oh, wait, another thing I wanted to say. So for those of you, because I know I always get these girls who are always seeing a guy, and they're always asking me about the guy, like, is he good? What are his intentions? And like, I got you, no problem. But then once you guys hear something you don't like, all of a sudden you're very disappointed, and I get it, understood. But you guys always have a follow-up guy. But I want to say be careful with the follow-up guy, because I know everybody is always like, Lilith is only for women. It's only for women. It's not for men. I'm not even going to get into it. I'm not going to get into it. The sky doesn't all of a sudden say, oh no, that's a man. No Lilith for him. What? This doesn't exist. So my point is, the man in me is coming out. The point I'm trying to make here, don't piss off the good guy. Don't piss off the good guy while Lilith is in Scorpio, okay?
I mean, honestly, don't piss off the good guy. We don't have many of them, and they do exist. I know everybody wants, and listen, I'm not innocent here either, but good guys do exist. I am a firm believer in it. They may be a needle in a haystack, but good guys exist, okay? Don't do anything bad to the good guy during this time, okay? Because I feel like if you guys take advantage of their generosity, beware. That's all. All right, so anyway, March 25th, Mercury in Aries retrograde in your 5th house will be sextiling Pluto and Aquarius in your 3rd. Transformative oh, let me just read what I wrote. Okay, so we already went through this, but now Mercury's in retrograde, okay? So it'll be slightly different. Transforming the mind. Damn it. Sorry, hold on. Got myself all riled up. Transforming the mind, transformative conversations, changing the way you speak, going back to old ideas, conversations, learning something new on the internet, for example, dancing with music, transforming the body through exercise, traveling with friends or traveling for work, giving advice to friends, clients, taking advice from the internet. Due to the retrograde, I'm also getting that for some of you, you may not want to listen. You may not want to take the advice because you may not want to do the things you know you have to do. I'm getting lazy energy. So the advice here is, and I know it's so straightforward, but I'm going to say it anyway. In order to feel good, in order to achieve the things you guys want out of life, you have to be confident with standing out for being different. In order to be different, you have to do something. So do something. Mars is in Cancer, and Mars is the ruler of Aries. If Mercury is in Aries, and Aries energy is all about motivation and action and leadership, and if Mercury rules the mind, what did the mother motivate you to do while growing up? So for those of you where it's not about like trying to achieve something at this time, or like try to get a new job, try to get an income that you want, try to get a relationship, I think this is talking about self-confidence. I think this is talking about self-expression. How do you guys deal with emotions and feelings? Do you guys, especially you guys, again, you guys are one of my favorite zodiac signs, but you guys like don't like to get too deep, and I get it, but you know, for such an honest sign, like you guys can only deal with so much honesty. And I think this is what you guys are going to be faced with Mercury being in Aries. Mercury in Aries is a very honest energy. So this being in retrograde and Mars in the 8th house, you guys are definitely being tested here. And I think you're going to be seeing things you're not going to feel comfortable with, especially with Lilith in the 12th and Juno in retrograde in your 1st. So anyway, I don't remember where I left off, sorry. But my point is that, with the 2nd house in Capricorn, you guys value structure, things that make sense. The 10th house being in Virgo, pretty much the same thing here, like stability, but you guys care how things look publicly, especially with that 9th house in Leo. You want things to be nice, shiny, brand new. And if it's not on that type of level, then I would just say on a soul level. But either way, I feel like with Cancer being in the 8th house, it's like your emotions may be connected to money, how much money you make, especially with Capricorn in the 2nd house. So again, going back to Mercury being in retrograde and Aries in the 5th house, are you guys making money in a fulfilling way instead of just like status quo, like what looks appealing to the public? Like, are you doing things from the heart? Because 5th house is the heart, right? Because it traditionally belongs to Leo. So there's something here about that. So if it's not about like expressing yourself or self-expression, because, that makes you guys feel uncomfortable. Not all of you. I think everybody's different, right? No matter what zodiac sign you have. But there's something here where you guys are being asked to circle back to this topic in your life, especially with that North Node transiting your 4th house at this time. All right, anything else? What emotionally fulfills you and brings you joy? What about you is powerful and makes you different? Do you know? All right, March 27th, Venus in Aries in retrograde enters Pisces in the 4th house. All right. Investing and traveling to places you have already been before, investing in a vehicle, people you've already dated, returning, or vice versa. A lot of watching, but not a lot of doing. Fox energy, it's not necessarily smart. It's more about a waiting game, waiting for the right time, waiting for for those of you that have been having issues with the mother, this is still ongoing, but something is changing with the storyline due to Mars going direct in Cancer. But Mercury is in Aries in retrograde, and now Venus was in Aries in retrograde. But as of today, is entering Pisces. This will still take work, but it won't be as difficult as before. The advice is to compromise. Only meet halfway. Due to the Pisces energy and the retrogrades, if any party crosses one's boundaries, it will cause more issues. Honestly, that goes without saying, but with this transit, it will cause more issues. You will need to stay focused, take action, be consistent. Are you distracted? Because I see most of the collective will be. I see mindless scrolling, land of the dead, pretty much escapism, and then I see an emperor holding a scepter and an orb. The scepter is symbolic of dominion and control and represents authority and leadership of one's own mind. The orb signifies worldly authority and represents the emperor's power and control over their own world. Do you lack in self-control? So Venus being in retrograde and Pisces in the 4th house. Because it's in retrograde, definitely daydreaming energy, going back to old ideas about how to make money, spending money on things you wanted to in the past. I think for some of you, spending money on non-tangible things. You guys may be having fights with people that you were romantic with, or fighting, again, like I already said, with family members, with Lilith in the 12th and Scorpio, Mars in Cancer in the 8th. Yeah. All right. That same day, March 27th, Venus in Pisces in retrograde in your 4th house will be conjunct Neptune in Pisces in 29 degrees. This is giving me daydreamer energy, intuition or illusions, artistic, giving people who usually work in the industry work again. There's something about this. Hollywood energy, or someone connected to the industry, or working with celebrities, people in the industry, or your old clients coming back. Big egos at play. Who will cave first? Let's break bread. This was the channeled message. Someone from the past coming back to make amends. Okay, so anything else I want to add to that? March 27th, Venus conjunct Neptune. So Venus conjunct Neptune in general, this is a very higher octave love. It's unconditional, it's spiritual. The only thing is you got to make sure that you're not falling in love with the potential. You're falling in love with, like make sure, for those of you that are looking to date or are dating, make sure the person is already like who they are and not what you think they could be. That's what I want to say, especially because it's in Pisces. I think you guys could be extremely Well, I don't want to repeat myself here. So how do I think it'll manifest for you guys? Venus, talking to Neptune. I feel like, believe it or not, for you guys, this will help you feel motivated, Mars, to take action to get to your future. Because I feel like you guys will be tapping into something. I think that Pisces energy will actually be helping you here. But be careful with your wallet, though. That's just one thing I want to say. If Venus is money and this is in Pisces and things are here 1 minute, gone the next, it's just something I'm picking up on. So, yeah. All right, let's move on. March 29th, we have a solar eclipse, new moon in Aries in 9 degrees in that 5th house. Okay, so new moons, new beginnings, rebirth, reflecting, intention setting, goal setting, planting the seeds. With willpower, it's up to you to keep up with this new intention. Solar eclipse, definitely powerful. I'm a big believer in that. Significant change, transformation, introspection, heightened emotional awareness, and potential for personal growth. Okay, so for some of you, I'm going to talk about what I channel for the collective, and then I'll talk about how it could manifest for you guys potentially. New property or moving, traveling, new love interest, a new exercise regimen, better boundaries, a new creative project you feel passionate about, believing in yourself, having faith, sacrificing something about yourself that no longer works for you. It feels like limited beliefs. I'm getting the hermit energy. Closing doors on people who cannot come with you to the places you are going. Or this is an aspect of yourself that you will no longer be moving forward with you on your journey. So with that being said, the 29th, the solar eclipse, and in 9 degrees, that's a Sagittarius degree, it's your degree. So something new is happening when it comes to either romance or creativity, maybe children for you guys, something you guys feel passionate about. Let's see. Okay, Oceana, why do you always do that? Oh, hold on. Okay, so I already forgot what I said. I'm sorry. So for some of you, I think this is going to be about having confidence, like restored for some of you. I think for some of you, this is going to be talking about a new relationship happening. This is going to be about feeling passionate about self-expression, or passionate about just expressing yourself is what I want to say. Or because of that 9th house, and you guys having Leo in the 9th house, I feel like you guys may feel like you're being seen while dating or like in romance. Mars rules this moon. It's Aries, so we got Cancer. You guys may be meeting very nurturing people at this time, but people from the past. So wait, hold on 1 second. Why am I getting that? 9. Oh, it's Cancer energy. Okay. Not for everyone though. All right, we can move on. That same day, oh, that's why. Mercury goes retrograde and enters Pisces. Okay, so hold on, before we go there, so going back to this new moon in Aries in 9 degrees, I do feel like Mercury energy would be involved here. So Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini with a South Node. Knowledge, information. Jupiter, knowledge, information, Gemini. I feel like you guys would all of a sudden, okay, have the passion restored to learn. Like for those of you that are dating, like you would actually be interested in dating and like learning about others at this time. For those of you that lost like the energy, the drive, the willpower, like I think like you would start caring about other people besides yourself around this time frame. Okay, now let's get to it. All right, so Mercury goes back into your 4th house in Pisces. Traveling gets delayed. Old conversations on traveling or just old thoughts or old conversations come back up. The dream for some of you will be a big theme here around this transit. Escapism, drugs, going back to an old idea when it comes to exercise. This is because Mars is in Cancer, and Cancer traditionally rules that 4th house. Being seen or recognized, all eyes on you type of energy for something you say. This is because, why is this actually? Hold on. Oh, because the next transit we're going to get to in a second. Being seen or recognized, all eyes on you type of energy for something you say. Spirit is showing me Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. So it's giving me Neptune in the 3rd house vibes, which means people will think you're lying, or the way you're choosing to talk about things will have people not trusting you. Okay, so Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini. It's going retrograde. Again, it's in the 4th house, so it gives me, of course, Pisces vibes. So I think you guys will be, because it's in retrograde and Pisces, it's going to be a little bit confusing. I want to say like, oh, you'll be tapping into another realm, you know, but no, I think you're going to be a little bit confused. And again, I think your mind is going to be back on the past, old ways about how to make money for you guys, how to make the dream come true, how to create some type of family business, how to make a business at home. All right, let's move on. That same day, March 29th, Mercury in Pisces in retrograde will be conjunct Neptune in Pisces in 29 degrees. Okay, so hearing from people who are from your past, traveling far distance, maybe even out of the country, trying holistic spiritual practices, talking to people who live in other countries or who are a different culture or who speak another language, fame, Hollywood, or connected to people who are well connected, arts, artsy, music, hard to focus, time goes by quickly, but did you get anything accomplished? Thinking about people from your past, but also wondering about your future. And if you guys already have strong Neptune, Pisces placements already, then this is nothing new. Conversations that are dreamlike. Also goodbyes. Okay, so Mercury conjunct Neptune for you guys again. So it's in a retrograde with Mercury. There could be some type of anger for some of you in regards to endings, because Scorpio's in your 12th house, and you guys have Vesta in retrograde, and Lilith and Pluto, the ruler of Scorpios, in your 3rd house, of communication, but also your thoughts and what you guys are learning at this time. And the things you guys are valuing is changing because Uranus is in Taurus in your 6th house. So I think you guys are trying to transform your mind. Anger, maybe, believe it or not, pushing you guys and motivating you guys, especially with Mars in that 8th house. Anything else I want to say to that? Mercury conjunct Neptune, because I already said all the other things. How could it manifest? Making the dream come true, something to do with work, something to do online, speaking in a very dreamy-like way, expressing your feelings in a dreamy-like way, being able to write it down in a dreamy-like way. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. March 30th, Neptune enters Aries in your 5th house. Okay, so, all right, I'm going to speak about what I channel for the collective. The dream needs action, lights, camera, action. Some of you will be talking about the dream, talking about what it is you want to do, putting ideas out there, or trying to figure out what's wrong in order to get it right. This connects with the North Node in Pisces and the South Node in Virgo. Being open to constructive criticism in order to grow. People may see something that you don't, so it may be in your best interest to learning at this time, to be a student. Okay. For some of you, feeling passionate about another, but be careful what you consider to be romantic, because others may consider this to be clingy and put their walls up. It gives me Aries vibes, kind of like a Sour Patch candy. One minute they're sour, the next minute they're sweet. Except this is happening at the same time because someone feels like the other is too much. So now the other person is sour because you're too sweet. La La Land over another romantically. Illusions or intuition. James Dean vibes. And not really having strong boundaries. So yeah, Neptune and Aries in your 5th house. That's a doozy. Neptune in general is definitely, Neptune in Aries is definitely magician energy for sure. Why? Because Mars rules Aries. This is like the physical body. And then Neptune is literally like the magic. So I feel like you guys will be able to manifest magic, manifest more romance, manifest creativity into your life, manifest things that are more fulfilling for you guys. Why? Because Pisces energy is in your 4th house. This is traditionally ruled by Cancer. So I think that internal energy is going to manifest external. I know that's a doozy for you guys. For my Sun, Moon, Rising Sagittarius is, and you guys are probably like, not me. Okay. What else? March 31st, Mars in Cancer in your 8th house will be trining Saturn in Pisces. Excuse me, sorry. So your 4th house and your 8th house are talking to each other in a positive way. Doing the work you need to do to get whatever it is done. Seeing through people's words. Seeing through people's real motives intuitively. For example, but why are you really doing this? And this includes yourself. Having a plan before taking action, and this will come easily. Sexual feelings come easily on this day, so make sure to have your boundaries up for those that are looking for something more than just a hookup, because others will be looking for just that in order to feel nurtured, emotionally fulfilled. So what I'm saying is protect yourself. Also, I was getting Kris Jenner energy. So for those of you that don't know, that is the Kardashians' mother. So this energy can be looked at as like protection, like protective energy. So your 4th and your 8th house trining. What else do I want to say to that? That could be fifth house. Mars rules Aries, passion, romance, dating, creativity. Saturn rules your 10th house, traditionally Virgo, South Node, the past. Being motivated to do something for a living again that you actually like doing. I'm also seeing something about, I don't know why I'm getting driving with the mother. If it's not driving, I don't know why I'm getting driving with, then I would say this could be having fun at home, even though Saturn's involved. Oh, I don't know why I didn't think of this. And for most of you, because Mars is in the 8th house and Mars rules Aries, the 5th house, definitely this is, I did talk about it already, sexual energy, yeah. And also, I'm getting escapism for some of you. I feel like I'm seeing drinking or something. I know that wouldn't normally give that, so maybe I'm picking up on other transits. I don't know. All right, so March 31st. What else? That same day, March 31st, we have Saturn in Pisces, sextiling Uranus in the 6th house. Going with the flow, taking your time. You don't need to make a fast decision. What's the rush? So the energy I'm getting is listen to your heart before you say goodbye to something you believe you should, but at the same time not wanting to. Connected to a gut feeling you already knew about. Go slow, cautious, a light switch going on, a reality check, trying to get to something in order to make you happy, taking your creativity more seriously, taking your budget more seriously. All right, let's see, how do I think this would manifest for you guys? Work, for sure, definitely putting an effort to work, like to get either to increase your money or to get the job you really want. This could definitely be talking about some type of a regimen at home, like a workout regimen, believe it or not, because that 6th house is involved with Taurus. And then for some of you, this is talking about having difficult conversations. I don't know if I already said that or not. So maybe with family or people you work with, or family. Did I say that? Sorry. All right, so I think that's really it. So I'm going to sum this all up for you guys, what I think you can expect overall for the month of March. All right, so overall energy for my sun, moon, rising Sagittarius is for the month of March. What can you guys expect? All right, let's start with Virgo in the 10th house with the south node and the full moon lunar eclipse in 23 degrees. So the south node, this energy is going to create this type of tension for you guys, I feel like, or frustration where you guys feel like, should you quit the job that you're currently at? Or you're going to feel like you're not being recognized or appreciated. Something needs to be fixed or something just goes wrong. So, especially since Mercury rules Virgo and Mercury is going to be going into retrograde in March, I think you guys are going to be going back to old ideas as to maybe places that you want to apply to, or old ideas that you had for yourself about what it is you want to do for a living. If it has nothing to do with career, then I feel like this is going to be talking about how you want to be seen publicly. Why? Because the 10th house is the public house. It's your legacy, how people view you. It's not just your career. So, but Virgo energy does talk about work. But it's also your daily regimen, it's your schedule. So you guys are definitely being asked from spirit, universe, whatever it is you guys believe in, to do something that feels emotionally fulfilling to you guys, like for a living, for a career, or act from a place, like publicly, that is emotionally fulfilling. Don't try to be like that squeaky clean Virgo energy that is trying to appear a certain way, because the North Node is in the 4th house in Pisces. Like, this means you guys are being given an opportunity to either create like a family business or create a business that has always been the dream for you, or working from home. Basically, if Pisces energy is dreamlike, then you can do something that is dreamlike but also emotionally fulfilling, because we're talking about the 4th house. And I think while Mars is in Cancer, because Cancer traditionally belongs to that 4th house, you guys have Mars there, right? So for some of you, it's like you're going to be motivated at times. Well, that dog, shut the fuck up. Sorry. some of you guys are going to be driven to take action, and then sometimes you're not. Why? Because Mars is the ruler of Aries, and during this month we have Mercury and Venus going back into retrograde, and they're both in Aries, okay? So don't be too hard on yourself if like you are wish-washy and you're not actually taking full action or being proactive, but instead you're procrastinating. Don't worry, it's okay. Like, if you have a solid transit this month where you feel like you can take action, not procrastinate, do it. We're also going to have a full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo in that 10th house, 23 degrees. I think something would have been illuminated for you guys during this time when it comes to either your career or how you are publicly. And does this affect you? Does it resonate with who you are internally? Is it too much to keep up with? Do you go like too hard and who are you really trying to impress? You know, I feel like this is what you guys are being asked at this time, because with Mercury again being the ruler of Virgo and this being in the 5th house in Aries, it's like, I mean, 5th house energy traditionally is ruled by Leo, right? So Leo energy dresses to impress, and I think this is awesome. It should, like, I mean, why not? But are you guys doing it for yourself? Like, that's kind of the karmic lesson here, is like there's nothing wrong with standing out or expressing yourself or wanting to dress a certain way, as long as you're doing it for you and not for others. So maybe that would have been illuminated there for you guys. It could have been something with your health. It could have been with your health regimen. Maybe you guys noticed you need to eat better, because 23 degrees is an Aquarius degree. Uranus rules Aquarius. You guys literally have Uranus in your 6th house. This is the body. This is the house of healing. This is how do you guys take care of your body and your health. This can also have to do with your throat chakra. Do you guys speak up? How do you guys handle conflict? Why am I going here? Because Uranus is literally in Taurus. This is the throat chakra. Mercury literally rules Virgo, and Mercury is in retrograde. So there could be something here because Mars rules Aries. So this can be some type of mental conflict, or it's like if you don't communicate the things that bother you, or if you don't communicate honestly or clearly, then this can maybe affect your body or your mind, especially with Pluto and Aquarius in your 3rd house. I think you guys are literally going to slowly but surely make the unconscious conscious, because you guys are transforming your mind for the better. What else? Nothing in Leo. Let's go back actually. Libra, Lilith in Libra. So while Lilith is in Libra in the beginning of the month, there would be anger with the collective or the internet, groups of people, friends. There would be things that you guys feel like are unfair. I mean, nothing's ever truly fair, right? So you gotta kind of figure out that fine line of compromise and where can you meet people halfway. Lilith in Libra in general is talking about unfairness when it comes to contracts or relationships, things of that nature. And right now you guys are learning about this and what's fair and what's not, and justice with Jupiter, your ruler, in that 7th house in Gemini. Again, Mercury rules Gemini, right? And we got Mercury in a retrograde in Aries nonetheless. So Mars rules Aries. Again, this is in your 8th house, a hidden house. So it's talking about what's going on internally, but things behind your back as well. With Mars here, it's like it's either manifesting as motivation for you guys or conflict, based off of whatever it is you're learning. You guys may feel like there are a lot of unfair things happening for you when it comes to your friends specifically, because Gemini energy in your 7th house is friends. I mean, yeah, you guys would be in relationships with people who feel like friends, but this is also going to manifest this way as well with that Lilith energy. What else do I want to say? Uranus, the ruler of the 11th house, is in the 6th house. So there could be anger at work, things not being fair, maybe recent contracts. Where's Venus in the 5th house? There could be anger with, because the 11th and the 5th are on the same axis, romance, dating. You guys could feel like things are not fair when it comes to romance right now. Let's go to the 12th house, Scorpio. We have Vesta in retrograde and Lilith. So Vesta is that inner flame that never dies, but it's in retrograde, so it's dying. It's dying, surely, but I don't know where I was going with that, sorry. Vesta in retrograde, and then we have Lilith. Lilith in Scorpio is a doozy. Whatever you do, try your hardest not to manipulate. Try to be conscious of this one. It's going to be very magnetic energy. Pluto rules Scorpio in your 3rd house in Aquarius. So I feel like something very similar would be taking place for you guys with the internet. Why? Because the ruler of Scorpio right now is in Aquarius for you guys. And it's the hidden house, so you guys may have hidden anger. You may have anger that you're not consciously aware of. It may come out suddenly, abruptly, with that Uranus in the 6th house and Taurus with the throat chakra. You may suddenly go, ah. Who would that connect with? Could connect with people that you either work for, work with, or you're sleeping with. 6th house, the body is how I think of it. And Venus, the ruler of Taurus, is in the 5th house. There may be anger. Definitely with Mars in the 8th house, with people you guys are hooking up with, sleeping with, or like if you guys have like the case of the ex where it's like, well, what are we? And then you guys are playing that game. It's like you can't win the game unless you play the game. And it's like nobody ever wins the game. So like, there you go. There you go. Lilith and Scorpio. 1st house, Sagittarius. We got Juno in retrograde. Juno is soulmate energy, right? And if Sagittarius is fun energy, optimistic, freedom-oriented, but Juno's in retrograde, it's like, not so much right now. So I feel like for those of you that are out in the dating world, you guys may, or even in relationships, I think you guys would have difficulty having faith, I want to say, unfortunately. Why? Because Jupiter, your ruler, is in your 7th house of committed relationships, partnerships. So this may manifest even in friendships, actually, especially with Pluto in that 3rd house in Aquarius, and Lilith in the 12th in Scorpio. There would be anger around this. Mars in Cancer, those closest to you that feel like family. I think while, hold on, actually I want to stay on point here. Hold on one second. Jupiter's the original ruler of Pisces. I think while the sun is in Pisces, for some of you, you guys may be like looking to, whatever it is you believe in, God, source, universe, spirituality, or even non-tangible things to try to make sense of like whatever's going on in your relationships during this time. You may be trying to have, faith, basically, or at least you're trying hard. I think you guys are going to be trying to put the work into it. That's what I want to say. And because a retrograde is still a retrograde, it's still talking about the past. For some of you, this is going to be talking about having difficulty dating because it's like your mind is going to be on the past relationships. If for those of you that aren't out there dating, you don't care about that type of stuff, then I feel like this is you guys not interested in the dating field right now. Said that weird. Anyway, let's move on. 2nd house, there's nothing going on. 3rd house, Pluto in Aquarius. I pretty much already talked about this. I feel like your voice, like transforming. For those of you that want to do something on social media, I think definitely this is like your time. Sorry, I'm just looking. For those of you where it's just I think it may be hitting you where you're just transforming your mind. Your old thoughts is what I'm getting. Because it's connected to Scorpio in the 12th house. So these are old thoughts. Somehow it's connected to your 3rd house in Aquarius. Because I know Aquarius energy is futuristic, innovative, you're a genius. But with that 12th house in Scorpio, I get the past. So I feel like Pluto being the ruler of your 12th house, you guys are able to transform your past over time. And when you do that, then it's going to change the way you guys speak. Because it's changing your thoughts. Yeah. All right, 4th house, you guys have Mercury, Venus, the Sun, Saturn, Neptune, the North Node. Mercury and Venus at some point go into Aries, and then they come back into Pisces. Basically, I feel like Spirit is asking you guys to figure out, how do you really feel about truly for you guys, the thing is this. Your 4th house is in Pisces, right? Traditionally, Cancer rules Pisces, and you guys have this in your 8th house. So I feel like there's a lot of reflecting that Source, Spirit, Universe is asking you guys to do at this time. And I think it's just as simple as that. Asking you, like, how do you guys actually feel? Because Saturn is trying to make something very tangible for you guys. If it's not your feelings, then I'm going to say money, resources. Can you guys make money off of property, especially while Uranus is still in Taurus before it goes into Gemini? Actually, that may be, well, I don't know. We'll circle back to that one. The reason I'm going there is because 8th house, this could be shared resources, right? And the 4th house is literally property. And you guys have Venus at some point there. You guys have Mercury, your mind, thoughts. So your mind, thoughts will be on money, how you can make money. And it's in Pisces. So what is the dream? And can you make it reality? Saturn says you can. Before it goes into Aries, it really like wants you guys to hold on to something. So this way, like, you're ready to go once Saturn is in Aries. So I want you guys to really believe in whatever it is you're tapping into, whether you feel like you can make it a reality or not. I guarantee you can. So yeah, Uranus and Taurus is talking about making money in a different type of way. Could be with friends, could be with... sorry for the background noise. I'm just going to say with friends. That's what I'm going to say. With Aquarius in the 3rd house, Uranus being in the 6th. Yeah, let's move on. The 5th house. All right, so then the Sun, Mercury, Venus will be here. Mercury and Venus will go retrograde. We will also have Chiron here, Neptune, and the new moon solar eclipse in Aries in 9 degrees. So I think for a lot of you guys, there will be new romance. If it's not new romance, then it's like just believing in like putting yourself out there again for those of you who have been holding yourself back. Neptune is all about magic. It's the magician. And having this in Aries makes it very real. Aries is literally like the physical form, and Neptune is the magic. So this is legitimately the magician when it comes to romance in your life or creativity or the child. So yeah, that's stellium in the 4th house in Pisces. That could have been trying to create a family, or like have the idea about a family, or like the idea about buying a home, something like that. That could also be your thing too right now. You could definitely do it. So yeah, sorry, the 5th house. I believe something new would be happening when it comes to maybe creativity for you guys, because 9 degrees is Sagittarius energy. But for you guys in your 9th house, you have Leo. Leo's very creative. It's the sun, it's self-expression. So if it's not romance, if it's not creativity, then I feel like this would just be childlike energy, or you guys may be learning something new at this time. For some of you, I think it would be learning about how you really feel with Mars, the ruler of Aries, being in your 8th house. This is shadow work. This is not easy energy, especially because you guys have Scorpio in the 12th. It's really not easy. Venus and Mercury in Aries. This is definitely the return of the ex, especially with Mars being in Cancer. Cancer energy is the past. Just be careful. There could be hidden motives with Mars in the 8th house. Not necessarily, but could be. Anything else I want to say? Expect to shine, expect to be seen if you guys are on the dating app or just whatever you're doing out there. Because the 5th house is pretty much the stage, whether you want it to be or not. Uranus in the 6th house and Taurus, there could be a shakeup when it comes to your daily regimen, the things you guys value, your money, work, the house of healing, especially with Pluto now being in Aquarius in the 3rd. I think there would be a big change right now. Oh, okay. That makes sense to me now. All right, so Jupiter and Gemini. All right, we already spoke about this. I think you guys are pretty much learning about, more so this month, So I feel like what some of you guys are going to be in touch with, and some of you may not be in touch with this because of the water placements, unfortunately. It's your fears around communicating about your feelings. Saturn sometimes can bring depression or fears, and it's in your 4th house in Pisces. And traditionally, Cancer rules that 4th house. And right now, you guys have Mars here. Mercury being in Aries asks you guys to be straight up about this stuff. And then it goes back into Pisces. So there may be some type of inner conflict here with speaking your mind. So with Mercury being in Aries, this asks you pretty much to be honest. And I feel like this is hard for you guys to do. And I know that you guys I know this is like your thing, but at the same time, I think it's also a thing you guys like to avoid in fear of disappointing people. So I think this is what you guys are going to be in touch with on some type of level this month, with Jupiter and Gemini and the ruler of Gemini being Mercury. This going into your 5th house in Aries, goes into retrograde, and then it goes back into Pisces in your 4th house. So yeah, I think there's going to be some type of inner conflict around this because Mars is in Cancer in the 8th house. But that's what Mars in the 8th house is actually asking people to do on a karmic soul level, is to be honest. And because it's in Cancer for you guys, it's asking you guys to be honest about your feelings. So you guys may feel some inner turmoil about that. And you guys may feel entrapped with that Lilith in the 12th and Scorpio if you don't kind of work on that within yourselves. So yeah. Anything else I want to say? No, I do not. All right, guys, I wish you the best of luck for the month of March. All right, bye.